Recently, Marvel Rivals has launched to extreme success. Their character is absolutely amazing, but there is an obvious miss in classes that are actually played in-game. Obviously, there are games where you get 6 damage dealers, almost all tanks, but when have you loaded into a game and seen someone, let alone more than one person, insta-lock a support? I've seen it maybe once, and I was so disgruntled that I couldn't figure out who I wanted to play from then on. So today, I want to introduce a support class to everyone. Not the characters, but more their heroes and the abilities, you know? Maybe make a new support player or two, if anyone's even gonna see this at all. But support is the least played class in Marvel Rivals. Why? Is it because the characters are bad? No, definitely not. The characters are actually fantastic. Is the role just not fun to play? In my personal opinion, no. I think I like almost all of the characters. I think they can even stand on their own 2 feet without actually even needing a team, to be honest. But let's go through what they do, one by one, and, you know, hope that I can actually convert some people to playing maybe some more support. Okay, first off, we have probably the most known of all of the supports. We've got Loki. Loki has an absolutely insane amount of healing potential. I mean, if you stand in one of those zones, dude, there is practically no way you're gonna die. Have you ever actually tried to kill someone in the Loki zone, and trust me, it is not going to end well for you. But anyway, it feels like you just take no damage. His invisibility is crazy powerful, and you can easily sneak up, get behind, and literally just take out the back lines without even needing to activate a second ability. His ultimate is also just absolutely stupid powerful. His ultimate allows you to just take control of an enemy, just your powers are mine, and suddenly, boom, you've got a fucking lunar snow ult, and nobody can do anything about your team. You're just immune to pretty much everything. So if you're fighting a Loki, and you've got an absolutely crazy ultimate, if you notice that he's got his ultimate, try and stay away from him. Try, please. I'm begging you here, hands and knees. But yeah, I think he's a very extremely versatile character, and I don't think he's too difficult to learn either. I think he's quite an easy character. I'm gonna rate all of these guys, so I'll put Loki at an A. I don't think he's the best support. I think that he is a very gimmick character, but I think A should be good for him. Okay, next up we have Invisible Woman, the newest support and definitely one of the newest characters in the game in general. She's an extremely versatile, invisible character that gets healing over time, movement, etc. Her attacks do insane damage, overpenetrate targets, and she reloads so fast that I did not even realize that she had limited shots before needing to reload until a while after I started playing her. Her abilities are crazy powerful. The Vortex does so much damage the more time they spend in it, and a lot more than you may think. Being able to disengage or pull enemies in gives her unrivaled aggro potential, especially in a support setting. And her double jump lets her get in and out of fights seamlessly. And simply put, her ultimate is just so stupidly powerful. I personally think either the healing should be nerfed or the duration should be nerfed instead. But that's kind of all I have about her. She's just really powerful and an absolute beast on the fighting, well, on the battlefield. She's crazy, and I really think that people are kind of sleeping on her, to be honest. She's so powerful, and yet not many people are playing her. I'd put her in S tier, to be honest. Maybe not as high as some of the other characters we'll see later, but definitely S tier. Okay, the next character I want to talk about is Adam Warlock. Now, I'm not sure if anybody's caught my streams recently, probably not if anything, but I have never played Adam Warlock. I just don't know why, I just haven't. I've just always enjoyed some of the other characters more. I know that he's really good, and I know that he can res and heal a crazy amount, so I won't say anything bad, I won't say anything good. He looks fantastic, but I just haven't, you know, played him yet, and I just can't comment on something that I just don't know. So with that, I don't think I'll rate him at all. I'll put him in an unknown tier because I just haven't played him yet. Rocket is a fantastically average character. He has the ability to res, make armor, heal, and has movement to boot. The problems I have are that he can only res one teammate, make a very small amount of armor that isn't even that strong. And his healing is great for people around the ground, as it needs to practically be shot at your teammates. Flying teammates will suffer because they won't get much, they'll most likely fly away from the orbs in any case. So it's a decision that needs to be made ahead of time. His ultimate is really powerful, but lasts such a short amount of time it kind of ruins its viability. I know that it's like 8 seconds, as most of the ultimates in the game are, but it's just 8 seconds that I'd rather have, like, you know, a Luna Snow ult, or something of the sort. I get that with group healing, he makes it a lot easier, and that makes sense to me, but usually you'd have 2 supports that would kind of help the whole situation, and besides we're going to get to a character who can do full team healing a bit later, so, you know, I think he's just perfectly average. I'd put him in beta, to be honest. Okay, finally time for the K-pop connoisseur of rivals. Luna Snow, a fantastic healer, great supporter, and a damage dealer to boot. She does so much for the team that she definitely has a case for one of the best supports in the entire game. She does so much healing, a ton of damage in a self-heal mode, and is able to kill most enemies in the game, including tanks, within a few seconds. And last but not least, the most memed, but ultimately most powerful ults in the entire game. Super healing, or super damage boost that you can swap to at any moment. She is absolutely crazy. It's 8 seconds of invulnerability, or 8 seconds of you absolutely kicking the shit out of the enemy team. Yeah, she's insane. She is maybe one of the best supports in the entire game. Actually, not even maybe, she is one of the best supports in the entire game. S tier, easily. Okay, another support I don't have much time played on, and probably won't ever, is Mantis. The support that seems to have the most damage potential, the most absurd healing, and honestly the most amazing personal abilities to keep the whole team alive. But what she has over pretty much any other support is buffs. She can make others do extra damage, especially a self buff that makes her damage actually just go absolutely mental. She does so much healing, so much buffing, she definitely has one of the claims to the #1 spot for supports. She's absolutely fantastic, and I would recommend her for anyone willing to help their team. You literally cannot go wrong with playing her. I'd say that she has definitely one of the highest recommendations for best support in the game. As I'm sitting here and recording these lines, I think I just remembered, I think she's the only person who can actually buff attack damage, at least in the support category. I know that Luna can do it with her ultimate, but I can't think of any others that can do it without having, you know, an ultimate or something. She just has it on tap at pretty much all times. So yeah, that just kind of adds to how stupidly goofy she is. Yeah, no, easy S tier. Easy S tier. Okay, last 2 supports, and let's start off with Cloak and Dagger. Technically 2 people, but I'm gonna count them as 1 character for the rest of the, you know, review. They are my personal favorite supports in the entire game. Tracking daggers, Moira Gluck Gluck Beam, and extra damage, healing, and, you know, let me be objective. In most games where you see crazy heals, it's probably Dagger. She does so much heals with the daggers, especially since it lets off a burst every time it hits an enemy or an ally. And the extra damage for literally just hitting enemies with pretty much a huge blanket, it's crazy. They are literally my favorite character in the entire game, at least right now. And I think they're just crazy easy to play. They seem quite hard at first, but after you actually think about what they do, after you play them for a little bit, in all honesty, they're probably the easiest character in the entire game to play. Tracking abilities, no need to actually aim. God, now I sound like a casual. Anyway, I think they're absolutely fantastic, and I would recommend them for a player of literally any skill category, and you have definitely seen them in a game of yours. There is no way you haven't. You cannot tell me that lie. Because I have seen most of my friends who are playing this game get absolute crazy amounts of heals while playing Cloak and Dagger. So yeah, absolute S tier in every way. But now, yeah, now we're going to be talking about Satan himself. Okay, for the final character of the list, we have Satan, also known as Jeff the Landshark. The final support for the moment, the bastard child of rivals, and an absolute monster support. One of the most dangerous characters in the entire game is also the cutest little shit you've ever seen in your life. Able to heal an insane amount of health, do a crazy amount of damage, and evade situations that could literally be fatal by literally just going into the ground. He also has the ability to team up easier than anyone in the entire roster. You know what I'm talking about. I know you do. The only thing I want to say about him is that I hate him, and I hope he dies in a hole. Anyways, he's kind of A tier after the nerfs. I don't think he is really, like, broken anymore. His healing got toned down a little bit. I think he's still one of the best supports, just not S tier anymore, you know? I think he's A tier. And I think that all of the other supports kind of got buffed with him being nerfed. I don't know, I could be wrong. That's just my personal opinion after playing quite a bit in this new season. But, yeah. Fuck you, Jeff. I hope you die in a hole. Love you, Jeff. In summary, that's kind of all the supports that we have right now. It's not many, and I kind of hope we get more sometime soon. I know that we just got a new one, but I mean, it's still the, what, emptiest class in the entire game. I'm looking forward to more supports, and I'm hoping that this video could have even converted you into a support main. Or, well, maybe not even a support main, maybe just a player. We need more people, and it's just not looking good. People instantly choose damage dealers or tanks over this, and damage dealers, with it being so hugely oversaturated with people, it's just depressing seeing how many more of them there are than supports. And with supports being so important, I kind of just hope that more people see this, and I hope that people can actually start playing support in a way that can actually help people, can help the team, can help you, to be honest. Maybe you'll find your new favorite character. It's honestly possible, and I think that everyone should try it at least once. But in any case, if you have enjoyed today's video, please like, maybe subscribe, and if you want someone else to see this, if you want someone else to become a support, please send this to them. See what they think, and I'd love to get criticism on anything that I do. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and please let me know what I can fix, let me know what you'd like to see next, and yeah, have a great day, everyone. Cheers.